Oh shit, Doflamingo was fucking with the youngest, man. And he was cheating them too. He paid them $20. Maybe. If they was with his crew, they might have gotten $20. They probably got 10. Anyway, One Piece review, chapter 761. Anyway, we start off where we left off. Fucking town going crazy. They surrounded this bird cage, and animals are trying to escape. They getting their heads bust open, right? Here's one thing that's kind of strange about that. We seen the meteorite come down, and it got split up. That's how strong these cords are, right? Now these animals that are running, like this elephant that ran into the stream, the cage, that should have came out the other side. The motherfucker should have came out the other side, but then it should have been 10 of them at that point in time. Not just cut his head, you know, and he just bleed. No, he should have went right through. Cause I mean, if it cut those rocks up just like that, like they butter, imagine what it could do to a human or an animal or whatever. Anyway, you got some fucking, you know, some fucking idiot ass pirates looting, even though they're not. There's no way to escape. It ain't no. If I'm in that situation, looting's the last fucking thing on my mind. I'm worried about getting out, and if I'm going to be in for a long time, I'm worried about getting food, something. I'm not looking for no gold. You know what I'm saying? Now, once I hear, okay, Luffy's fighting him, maybe I might grab a trinket or two. So, well, if we make it out, I have a couple of dollars on me. But God damn, these motherfuckers acting like that's their life when their life is on the line. Anyway, that shit is happening. Marines blasting on them, whatever. They don't care. They just trying to get this gold. Some Marine goes up to Admiral Maynard, right? And he says, to the pain of Sabo and Isho's victory. That's a head scratcher. Feel the pain, that sounds like a threat to me, of Sabo and Isho's victory. Now, if you don't know who Isho is, I'm thinking that's the way you pronounce the name. I could be wrong. That's Admiral Fujitora. So he said their victory. So Sabo is in cahoots with Fujitora now, and it looks like some of the Marines have gone rogue. And Fujitora said that to tell such and such or whatever that I've been compromised. So it seems like Fujitora is already going rogue. God damn, we only seen him twice. He's already going rogue. So I wonder who's going to be the next admiral to replace him. You know, it's not like you got a 10 trillion people in you know, in the Marines that can just take his place. You know, and it looks like some of the Marines, like, who don't agree with the government, the world government, are turning against the other Marines. That's what it looks like. And the guy says, Admiral Maynard. Wait, hold on. Isn't he a rear admiral or something like that? He's not an admiral. Rear admiral, vice admiral, whatever the fuck it is. And the dude says, "You idiot! The admiral headquarters was the highest war potential. He's the pride of the Navy. He's the pride of the Navy." So Fujitora's been acting like he's been acting sort of like, what's my man name? Kuma. Like, I'm the most loyal. But really, Kuma was with the revolutionaries. So maybe Fujitora's with the revolutionaries? Or maybe he's getting ready to join them because he knows that the world government is fucked up. But as far as they know, he's been very loyal so far. So that's probably why the dude said, "You idiot." Like, what the fuck? What you mean? I know Fujitora is not turning on us. Anyway, he tells the dude, "You've been cheated," and shit like that. Now the fucking Marines are going at each other. As far as I know, it looks like they're going against each other. I seen people get smacked down, people in coats. You know, the Marines are the ones with the coats. Motherfuckers with the long damn coats, they get smacked down by each other. It looks like To me, it looks like a fucking mutiny. So, to me, I'm thinking that Admiral Fujitora already flipped, and this is the first arc we saw him in, and already he's flipping. That's quick. Anyway, cut to Luffy. Luffy's fighting Doflamingo. He's getting that ass whooped. Doflamingo's lighting that ass on fire, right? So he's controlling. You already know he's controlling my man Bellamy. Bellamy, he's actually related to Bill Bellamy. He comes at Luffy, and my man Doflamingo comes at Luffy, and he got some damn sharp shit for him, like with the strings. He got some real sharp shit coming towards him. Luffy's got his hands tied, you know, like the fucking Tony Braxton song. He got his hands tied, and he's like, damn, I gotta figure some shit out. And these motherfuckers on his ass fast. So he used his feet, and he used something called octopus stomp. But if I'm not mistaken, he already has an attack like that called a Gatling stomp. And this is the same fucking thing. It looks like it's the same thing. Maybe this is just a defensive version of that same thing. He rolls out of the way, jumps back, and he's like, okay, I got a little breathing room. Looks up, and this motherfucker Doflamingo right on top of him. God damn, this boy's fast. Doflamingo's fast as shit. He looks up, and that fucking foot is right there. He's like, damn. You ever had those situations where some shit is flying towards you and everything's moving in slow motion, but it's so fast, and you just stuck, you're frozen, and you can't move, and that shit all you can do is just prepare for it, and the shit just right here. That's what happened to Luffy. He's looking at it. He's got hockey. He knows the shit coming, but the shit's so fast and it's so close. He can't do anything about it. He just got to, prepare himself for the smackdown. And what you call them? It was like a scene from Mortal Kombat or something like that. He changed the whole level. He smacked him right through the floor. Now they're on a whole different battlefield. Took his ass down. And he starts talking some old far out shit about humans are cruel and yada yada. Don't ask me. I don't know. Really, in the context of what's happening, it really doesn't matter. It's not really adding anything or taking away from. Anyway, what you call my man Law, he's talking to Doflamingo, right? But that's not the real Doflamingo. That's the fake one. If you couldn't tell, when he lays a smackdown on Luffy, he's standing next to himself, like he's there and he's in two places at once. So Doflamingo, the real Doflamingo is fighting Luffy, and the fake one is talking to Law. And then Law's trying to figure something out. He said, "Hold the fuck on now." Now he had already got a little bit of Doflamingo's backstory. You're an exiled Tenryubito. How did you get to, how was you able to move CP0? How did you get them to, to go ahead? And he starts laughing. He said, I didn't. That shit was crazy. I'm like, what the fuck you mean he didn't? He said, I'm inside the sacred Mary Joas. The fuck? What do you mean inside? He said, because I know about the important national treasure, and its existence will shake the world. What does he mean by national treasure? Now, as far as we know from Rayleigh, and I'm pretty sure if memory serves me correct, if memory serves me right, he said that the One Piece has something to do with the world government, some shit that they don't want you to know. All the shit about the Void Century that the world government does not want you to know is in there. So the treasure that he's talking about could be One Piece, but probably not. Why? Because I don't think he was part of the Gold Roger's crew. That's the only reason. Like if I would have thought that he was part of Gold Roger's crew, which we know he wasn't because he was there at the execution, and they said that inspired him to be who he is, then obviously he wasn't part of the crew. And if they say he was part of the crew, that would seem kind of weird because it would seem like a retcon because they said in their words he inspired all these, the current Shippuden to get to the point that they're at. So if his death inspired that, why wouldn't he have been inspired if he was on the ship at that time? Doflamingo wasn't with them. So, you know, I'm doubting it was One Piece, but that could have been it. Because if you know about One Piece, you got the information, you know, to fuck the world up, basically. Now, in terms of the national treasure, I don't know. He got some dirt on them. The same information might be in the One Piece. It might be the same. You know, the One Piece might actually have some of that information in it as well, or that information is also available in One Piece. Or maybe the national treasure could be the pony glyph or the Rio Grande glyph, or whatever the fuck it's called. What's it called? The pony glyph gland, or grand, the Rio Grande, the Rio glyph, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The main one. It may be in Mary Jolis. Why not? You know, so maybe he knows something. Basically, he's got the world government and marriage and the Tenryubitos by the balls. You know, he said, being that they can't fuck with me, they had to learn to cooperate. He said they couldn't kill me. They wanted me dead because they didn't want that information to get out, but they couldn't kill him. Now, at this point in time, they can kill him. And what I mean by they can't, because they got strong enough people that can take Doflamingo out, or even if they don't have somebody just strong enough just to win it, easily, they can easily double team this guy and take him out. But you got to also take into account that this motherfucker is very crafty and he's very strong. So if they do engage him, right? If the world government does try to engage Doflamingo, that could be problematic because even if he can't beat them, as strong as he is, he should be able to escape. And by then, knowing that they're gonna kill him, he has no choice but to release the information, saying, "Fuck it, I can't use it anymore. It's not gonna work to my advantage. So fuck it, we gotta put it out there. Fuck the world government up that way." So I think he's holding it until his advantage not to hold it. So the world government is basically like, damn, if we try to kill this motherfucker, he could still put the information out because it's a tricky situation. Because if we come at this motherfucker, he could be able to escape. It's very likely that he'd be able to escape. And even if he does get killed, he might have somebody else that's with the information that can release it. Now, as far as CP0, they're a secret organization. I can guarantee you they specialize in collecting information. He said that he didn't call them. So who sent them? The world government. It would make sense that they sent them. So when he did what he did, that whole little trick about I'm resigning and this and that, I'm guessing since he said that he wasn't the one who sent for him, that the world government sent to check up on him and say, yo, Doflamingo did some funny shit. Go find out, see if this motherfucker is getting ready to spill the beans. You know what I'm saying? Go find out what's going on. This motherfucker might spill the beans. So I'm guessing that's exactly what happened. They sent CP0 to actually check up on Doflamingo, not the other way around. Doflamingo didn't call for their help. They sent them to make sure Doflamingo kept his mouth shut, or to see if he did open his mouth, or find out what's going on, whatever. Something funny happened with Doflamingo. He's got sensitive information. Find out what the hell is going on because he might spill the beans, and that's the last thing we need. Anyway, he also reveals that he said he got his hands on the OP fruit, right? He said he had got his hands on it, so he had it. How did Doflamingo get it? And he says that you can use it to switch people's bodies and shit like that. Yada yada yada. We already know that. He said, but there's an ultimate technique. Law says, I already know what it is. You can grant somebody eternal life. Now, I don't know exactly what he means by eternal life. Does he mean immortality? Like you just can't die? They said like it's one of the, like Doflamingo sort of like Blackbeard. Blackbeard said that the most powerful Logia fruit was fuck, what's it called? What's this devil fruit called? The whatever fruit he got, the darkness, whatever the shit called. That power. He says that's the most the strongest Logia power, and he wanted it. Doflamingo wanted the OPOP no Mi. That was his shtick. Now, I don't think it can be used on yourself. As far as we know from what Law said, you use it on someone else to give them eternal life, but you lose your life. But Doflamingo's smart. So here's two things. There's two possibilities. Some people could be out there. Some people out there could be immortal, or unless they mean that you just can't age, you can still die, but you'll never get older. That could be what they mean by eternal life. It could have meant eternal youth, because I see two characters, Sugar and oh man, fuck, what's my man name? His name starts with a damn D. The other dude, they don't seem like they age. From what we see, they don't look like they age. These motherfuckers look the same age as they did 10 years ago. The girl looks like a little girl, but we know she's grown. Maybe that's what they meant. Like, you don't actually, it's not to the point where you can't really die. You're just so fucking strong. I mean, you just stay young forever, and you won't die of natural causes or something like that. But if they mean immortality, how do we know Doflamingo didn't already give that to himself? But I doubt he did, because Doflamingo's smart, right? If it's two people on there that look like they're that young, and that power was used on them, the third one, I mean, by the time it got to Law, he didn't use it. Law said he won't use it, it'll kill him. So Doflamingo's smart. I don't think he's going to use that power on himself off the bat. Like, fuck it, we need to give it a trial run. Let me not go ahead and do this and get killed, or find out something went wrong with him. Let me go ahead and give a couple trial runs. And he tried on Sugar and what's that motherfucker name? Start with a D. Delinga or whatever. Delinga, I think his name is. Let me try it on them two first. If it works out, the next one will be me. Law already had it. Law wasn't going to do it for him. That could be the case. I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, the damn fake is coming at Law. The fake Doflamingo is coming at Law, and he's putting in work. The fake one. He also says that he taught Diamante, Lao G, Gladius, and him how to fight. No, I mean, Doflamingo is just a fucking beast. I'm trying to figure out, though, one thing. Where does Doflamingo learn how to fight when, what am I trying to say? As a kid, he's a Tenrabito. Motherfuckers can't fight for shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out, where did he learn all his skills from? And he taught them? Damn. Anyway, Law said, but it's thanks to Korra that I am who I am, right now. I don't give a fuck about the powers, whatever. And he said I'm thankful that he gave me powers which I can use to defeat you. Is he talking about the OPOP no Mi? Is that what he's talking about? And he also said that he didn't want to eat it, though, to get the Dofu power. But is he talking about that power that, like, Korra? I'm guessing his real name is Korra, but they call him Corazon, right? Corazon is probably just a title, heart. He holds the heart seat. But I'm guessing his real name is just Korra, right? Did he give him the fruit, and that's why what you call him, Doflamingo had to kill him? That could be why. Anyway, we get a flashback. Oh shit! Hopefully they reveal some good stuff in this flashback to make up for it being a flashback. We see Law. He's fighting against Diamante and Treble standing right there. And Treble's like, Diamante's like, don't underestimate pirates and whatnot. Anyway, it turns out that Doflamingo's recruiting people, and he says we're also recruiting kids. Law is, I guess he's fighting them and whatnot. He's putting up such a good fight because he says that the doctor gave him 2 years to live. Apparently, he's supposed to die. He was supposed to have died a long time ago. And it looks like this is probably why he became a doctor. He was going to die. He said, all I want to do is kill until I'm, until I'm dead. Basically, I think he just want to take his anger out on everybody else. If I'm going to die, I'm taking about 40,000 people with me. Anyway, they let him join. Baby Five and Buffalo, they was already with Doflamingo. What you call him? Cora comes in. He trips. Turns out he's a clumsy motherfucker, right? Baby Five, Buffalo, they laugh. He slapped the shit out of both of them. They get up like it's nothing. So these are strong ass kids. Diamante said that most of the kids don't last. They run away in 2 days. So these motherfuckers was tough kids. Baby Five, Law, and Buffalo was some tough ass kids. He gets some tea, right? Motherfucker trips in his seat, spills the fucking tea all in his mouth, all over the place. This dude is clumsy as shit. Now, Diamante also says that this motherfucker, Cora, he says he's stupid and he has no concentration. As far as I know, stupid is another word for mute. He can't talk. And he's had no concentration. Probably means he's clumsy. That's what he means. Mute and clumsy. And then he also says that, but he's talented, but they said probably because of his lineage. They saying being that he's a Tenryubito, that's probably why he's talented. But that has absolutely nothing to do with it, because we've seen all the other Tenryubitos was fucked up. Doflamingo and Cora are the only ones that got any kind of strength at all. And these motherfuckers was ugly as shit. The Tenryubitos are ugly as shit. Oh, man. And anyway, he said that he can't speak because something shocking happened in his past. And then he said he had a shocking accident in his past. Maybe, I'm not 100% sure, maybe it had something to do with his brother killing his dad and his mom dying. That might have had something to do with it. Or what about his brother chopping his dad's head off? He might have done it right in front of his face. We don't know. That might have had something to do with it. Then he said that he also hates kids. That would explain him slapping the shit out of Baby Five and Buffalo. Then he also takes Law and grabs him by the head. So I'm guessing Diamante told him too late. And he launches him out the window, right? When he falls out the window, he lands through a mountain of garbage. This shit got metal. It's like steel and everything else. This bullshit be dead. Baby Five and Buffalo, they thought he was dead. Turns out he survived. So I'm guessing that helped him earn Cora's respect. But this motherfucker Cora, man, he's wearing feathers like Doflamingo said. His is black. It looks like it's black. He's got hearts all on him, so it makes sense that he's, he holds the heart seat. Looks like he's the same height as Doflamingo, but this motherfucker looks like straight emo. He's like the opposite of Doflamingo, even though he's wearing that same coat. That might have something to do with their family, like their family's from the Flamingo family or something. I don't know. Don Quixote, Doflamingo. Maybe they just wear those coats. I don't know. But this motherfucker's like the opposite of fucking Doflamingo. Doflamingo talks way too much. He's crazy like Doflamingo, but Doflamingo talks way too much. He's very flamboyant. This motherfucker looks like shit. He dressed like shit. He got casual pants on, and his shirt is like, he's got on black. He got on his hoodie, on the hood. This motherfucker like straight emo, So he looks like the opposite. What you call him? Doflamingo knows how to dress. That motherfucker be coming out shine. He be coming out with fucking shining like Gucci, Louis, fucking all kinds of designer labels be on this motherfucker. But anyway, as far as this chapter, they gave a good reveal with the OPOP know me, and the fact that how Doflamingo still has clout. Because being that he got exiled from the Tenryubitos, right? Now when we found out he was a Tenryubito, like damn, that's why he got clout. But then we found out he was exiled. He must have lost all his status. But now they reveal what's going on. This dude Cora, we finally gonna get into him. But remember, there's a flashback. There's a whole lot of action we get ready to miss out on. I'm gonna go ahead and give this chapter a 3.5. You know what I'm saying? I like seeing Luffy get smacked around. Luffy's actually being challenged, because he hasn't, even though we're in the new world, Luffy really hasn't been challenged. Doflamingo is going to challenge him every time. It's almost like that movie Fresh. He said that motherfucker brings it to the hoop. I'm gonna challenge him every time. So that's a good thing. Law, we finally seen that Law, probably would inspire Law to be a doctor. Cora probably is a doctor because he's, holds the heart seat. I'm guessing who had heart is probably everybody who has that seat's a doctor. Law was supposed to die in 2 years. I'm guessing he gained the powers of the Opie No Me before he died. And I would guess that power would actually help save your life. Because whatever disease that he had, he might have cut it out of himself. Or he could still have the disease. But let's say the disease attacks his heart. Well, every so often he gets a damn transplant. Just cut it right out of somebody and take the shit from them. So we're seeing where these guys are built up from. Okay, let me go ahead and check the comments, see what's going on with you guys. Okay, sorry about this. I ain't have it already loaded up. Usually I do, but shit, you know how stuff happens sometimes. Okay, see these comments. After I get done with these comments, we go ahead and end this off. Okay, yo, what do you think about immortality power of lost truth? That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure yet. Remember, I was waiting. The only reason why I didn't drop this earlier because it didn't come out on the site I usually watch it on. Their translations are more reliable. So I don't know, or I don't want to jump to the conclusion that they really mean immortality. They say eternal life. Do they mean like you'll always be living? Or do he mean that you can always live, but you can be killed? Because those are two different things. So I'm not sure. I'm gonna wait a little while. When you do it, the owner of the power has to die. Right, he said that. But anyway, go ahead and leave your comments, like the video, because I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke, and you got the power to change that.